Hey everyone, my name is Harshil and welcome to Rookie Harshil. Thank you to StoryHive and TELUS for this opportunity. I will be using this opportunity to race in the 2018 Blancpain GT Series on Assetto Corsa Competizione. Assetto Corsa Competizione, or ACC in short, is the official SRO GT simulator. And without any further ado, let's jump right in. This series is sponsored by Rossa Sim Racing. RSR is my go-to sim wheel providers in today's market. I'm a fan of their GT sim wheels and I currently own 2 GT wheels with the third one on its way. Scan the QR code if you want to check out more info about RSR and mention Rookie Harshil to see what they can offer you. So I will be starting a new championship season in ACC. The base championship follows the exact same calendar as real life. What that means is I will be racing in the same races that were held in real life. As for configuring the championship, I will be starting from the beginning that is available on ACC, which is the 2018 calendar. For season type, I will keep it as custom, so I am able to customize the length of each race, and the same goes for the season. I set the opponent count to 19, so I have a total of 20 cars on the grid. As for the skill and aggressiveness, I have left it to 90%. I will change this for each race as the AI can be stronger or weaker on some tracks so I can adjust it to my liking. As for everything else, I have just left it as it is. For the car, I have picked the Ferrari 488 GT3 for this season. My team name is Rookie Harshil and the number is 77. I will be using this number to keep a track of my progress throughout the races on the leaderboard. Let's start the first weekend. For the weather and track conditions, I have picked custom on the bottom left. I have also picked the random weather option. This should randomize the weather of each race without us setting it. That keeps it from being too static and boring. And as for the starting track conditions, I just click on the randomized option following the random trend. In the race weekend configuration page, I ended up going for 15 minutes of practice, 5 minutes of quali, and 30 minutes race, all at 2 p.m. For the mandatory pit stop, I ended up picking the same as real life sprint races, which is a pit window pit stop. That will happen in the middle of the race for 10 minutes. In the pit, we will change only our tires. The rest has been left to default just to get a feel of how ACC simulates it. We are finally into our first weekend practice. I won't show the practice as that will take a while. I plan on learning each track before each race, though I did want to cover the car setup configuration. I keep it basic and easy. That's why I ended up going for the safe setup. The only thing I will be changing is the amount of fuel I will be carrying. 60 liters for a race and 20 to 25 liters for quali. I don't have knowledge of how to set up the car as of now, but maybe we can cover that in a later series. The first race will be in Zolder. Zolder is located in Belgium. Now we are in the quali session. I'll skip right ahead to the first proper lap. Zolder is a tricky short track. It is a right-hander track and has 2 chicanes which are like that. As for the lap, my eyes were fixed on the driver ahead. I was trying to follow his racing line. This has helped me before to understand the braking point and how the AI approaches each corner. I also have some data on the top of my screen, helping me understand what's happening around the track.
fastest lap so far.
And this is my final attempt in quali. I know I had a bit more pace to set up a faster lap time, as I was able to catch up the car in front of me, but out of nowhere it started raining. The car became a bit slippery in the second and third sector, and I ended up losing a lot of time. That's okay though, as I was still able to finish the quali session in P4. Finally starting the race, we are in a double lane and the cars in the front are P1 and P2. The car on the left is in P3. My plan for the first lap was to keep it easy, as it gets hectic very quickly. I did lose a few positions at the start, as the track conditions is kind of slippery, but that's alright, as I knew I had the pace to catch up and take it back.
Clear on the left.
I was finally caught up with number 72, but now came the harder part. I was able to keep up with him before the back straight and we were almost side by side. But because of how short it is, I wasn't able to overtake. I had to focus on keeping the car right with him after the straight. as the track has a lot of consecutive turns. Skipping to the next lap, I tried to do the same maneuver as the last lap, but I just didn't have the exit speed to overtake. But finally on this lap, I had enough entry and exit speed and the position on the inside to overtake.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
We are finally in P4, and now my next target is car number 73 in P3. Looking at his lap times on the top right, I knew he was slower than us. He was running almost a second slower than us on the last few laps. While I was chasing him, the weather also turned around a bit. It got super cloudy out of nowhere, and that had me worried if it was going to rain. The track was still in fast condition, which means the car was slippery around some turns.
Window is open.
I tried making the same maneuver as I did with car number 72 on the back straight, but car number 73 just had too much speed, so I was stuck behind him for a few laps. But then the pit window opened up, and that had me thinking if I should pit right now and try to undercut him, or stay out longer to overcut him. I ended up pitting before he did, and my plan was to push as much as I can to gain time on the car number 73.
window is now closed.
Finally, the pit window ended, and me pushing the car finally ended up helping us. We were able to undercut the car number 73 in the pits, and I just realized we were also running the fastest lap of the race of 1:33.7. With 8.5 minutes left, I moved my eyes to the next target, car number 1, who was running in P2. He was also doing similar kind of lap times to what I was doing, so I knew it was going to be a bit hard. I was pushing the car hard as the leader was not too far away from us. I knew I had to pace to catch up, but first I had to overtake car number 1. I finally knew my strength on this track, that is, overtaking on the back straight. I just had to line up with a good entry and get the most out of the exit to overtake the car ahead, but it was proving to be a challenge.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I pushed him on the back straight in the next lap, but same results as before. The time was running out, so I really had to get something done quickly but safely. End of this lap, before the main straight, I was able to pull beside him and get the inner racing line, but he just had a better exit speed and was able to overtake me again.
Car on the right.
I kept it tight and close with him on the next lap, and then finally I was able to overtake him. We were going side by side almost until the back straight, but I finally became victorious. However, because of our fighting, car number 88 in P1 was able to gain a lot of time and ended up winning the race. That's alright though, because we pushed hard the whole race, going from P4 to P5, then all the way up to P2. Here are the results for the first weekend. We finished in P2 with car 88 in P1 and car number 1 in P3. It was a tough but fun race, and we are already up in a podium. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the series. In the next episode, we are racing on Monza. Thank you and see you soon!